This next speaker is another very close friend of Donnie's, another guy that I know is very fortunate to have known Donnie, and he's told me stories, so I can't wait to hear him tell with you guys as well. Please make some noise for Mr. Scott Faulconbridge, ladies and gentlemen.
Pat, can you give me a hand? Two pieces there. So, most people know I'm originally from Montreal, and we had a godfather of comedy in Montreal who was known for maybe not paying you well. And when I first started working in Hamilton, I found out there was a godfather of comedy in Hamilton, and but he was different. When I first worked for Donnie after the show, he gave me extra money for gas, which I hadn't had a club owner give me more than they were supposed to. That was the first time that ever happened. It was Donnie Coy. I just knew him as a guy who came from out of town. He was always really generous with me. He was always good to me. But the one time he would yell at me was when I did his first club. And it had all these, I'm sure it wasn't his first club, but it was my first experience there. It was in the hotel, it was in the basement, and there were all these pillars. He didn't have a great view of anything, so he put an X on the spot, and you had to stand on the X. And I tended to wander a lot. And every time I wandered, all of a sudden I'd hear Donnie yell from the back, "Get on the fucking X!" And just kept, and after a while, and at first I was terrified, but then I realized, like, I started to just take a step, and he'd go, "Hey!" And it was a game. It was so much fun just to fuck around with Donnie's ex. And that was my experience with Donnie Coy. He was just fun. He seemed to care more about the experience and having fun. And he always told you to keep it tight, but that was just so he could do an extra 20 minutes when you were done. And his rooms were his rooms, and it was my first time learning how to tour a little bit, and I would do all his rooms, and he was really good to me, and I'll miss him. Thanks.